My name is Sheila Timpamba, welcoming you to our mid-morning news on Zodiac. Our top stories. Over 5 million children get Bilharzia immunization. The number of Malawians running away from xenophobia-infested South Africa is now over 3,000. And in international news, a mysterious disease has killed 18 people in Nigeria. Now the news in detail. Over 5 million children have been targeted for Bilharzia immunization across the country through a mass drug administration which commenced Wednesday last week. It will run up to Thursday, April 23rd this week. National Coordinator for Bilharzia Control Program, Mr. Sam Jemu, says the exercise will cost 132 million kwacha. Here with details from Pilani Tambara.
The prevalence rate for Bilharzia in Malawi varies from district to district. The highest, according to latest statistics, is Mulanje with 60%. As a way of reducing the prevalence, Bilharzia Control Initiative of Imperial College London is supporting the Bilharzia Control Program in Malawi through the Ministry of Health, where mass drug administration is carried out to reach millions of children of school-going age with the Bilharzia drug. The exercise this year commenced on Wednesday and is expected to run up to April 23.
Schistosomiasis is the second most prevalent infectious disease in the world behind malaria, and very few people know about the problem, and in Malawi it's a very big problem here. It's very serious. Each year we work with the Ministry of Health carrying out these treatments, predominantly in schools. So last year we managed to carry out treatments to 4.8 million people, majority of who were the school-going children, as you can see here. But this year we're hoping to target about 5.5 million children and adults in Malawi. Adults as well in areas where we have very high prevalence. It's important to treat them too because they also carry the disease. So it's important that in the communities that they're carrying out the treatment, the adults and the children who are not enrolled in school also come and seek the tablets.
At least 17 million tablets are expected to be administered to the children and some adults during the one-week period set for the mass drug administration across the country.
But the more that you get infected, you will build up these symptoms, and then eventually you'll get very bad stomach aches, you will maybe have blood in your urine, but sometimes you don't notice that you have the infection. And even if you don't notice it, it can still have chronic, long-lasting effects. So that is why at the moment we're trying to treat everybody so that even those who do not know that they have the disease, we can also treat them to ensure that they have a safe future.
There is hope, however, that with the mass drug administration to run for a period of 5 years, the prevalence rate will be reduced, creating an environment for an intellectually sound Malawian generation for the future, which will help develop the country.
The hope for the future is that we'll have a lot of learners who will be able to continue with their education to all levels, simply because the ability to learn will be enhanced by this kind of mass drug administration.
The Imperial College London has been supporting Malawi technically and financially since 2011, providing the Bilharzia drug across the country. This time around, over 11,600 personnel has been deployed across the country to administer the drug. For ZBS in Blantyre, this is Pian Tambala reporting.
National Chairperson of the Malawi Congress Party supporters, Lighton Morris, says the decision by the party executive to call for a mini convention to elect new regional and executive committee is a welcome step. Mr. Morris is the man who recently went to town on the party leadership, accusing it for dictatorship. Charles Wahara will tell us what has brought about this change.
National Chairperson for Malawi Congress Party supporters, Lighton Morris, says they welcome the decision by the party's national executive to call for a mini convention, saying it will help greatly to build the party which was hit by misunderstandings recently. Morris says some individuals in the party are misleading Dr. Lazarus Chakwera by, among other things, giving him a go-ahead to appoint individuals in the National Executive Committee. First, as chairman for Malawi Congress Party supporters, I should say we were pleased when we got the message that the National Executive Committee has decided to call for a mini convention. This will help the party to have people occupying positions through the convention. Of course, there are reports that they want to make new appointments or new office bearers, but that's not all, as this has already contributed to great confusion in the party. They misled the president on a number of appointments he made. This is a party. There is need to work together with the president. We ask the president not to appoint more people in vacant positions. Let the convention usher new people in their positions. Malawi Congress Party General Secretary Gustav Kalio said though the party does not recognize the position of national chairperson for supporters in the party, the decision to call for a main convention was arrived at in December last year.
In the first place, the title that you're referring to is not a title that is there in the MCP structures. So people, as the Malawi Congress Party supporters, are free to organize themselves in any way that they want. But when you are talking of legitimate structures of the Malawi Congress Party, these are known. And in the Malawi Congress Party structures, we do not have a post of a national chairman or the title that you've referred to. Having said that, if people welcome the decision that was made, I would like to say that this is not a decision that has come out of requests from any person. This is a decision that the National Executive Committee of the Malawi Congress Party at its meeting on 18th December made. So we are basically just following up on the decisions that were made by the National Executive Committee. And if people are happy to contest in any positions, all we request is that they should be genuine Malawi Congress Party members, and they're welcome to do so.
From Lilongwe, this is Charles Wahara.
As Malawians await arrival of their first group of their countrymen fleeing migration attacks in South Africa, government says a number of social support services have been lined up to ensure their comfortable return home. Our reporter Jacqueline Sherma spoke to the spokesperson for the Department of Disaster Management, Mr. Jeremiah Mpande, in an interview yesterday.
This time around, the Malawi Mission and the consulate in South Africa have told us that about 390 people, Malawians, who were affected by the situation in South Africa, left South Africa. There will be a slight delay in terms of arrival in the country, and we expect them maybe to be in the country by Monday. The exact time, I think, will be communicated, was on board. There are some other officials whom we are always keeping in touch. About 800 people are still in South Africa waiting to be repatriated back home here.
Do we know when these 800 more will be repatriated?
It is an ongoing process, and arrangements are always intact. That this time around, we are also taking about 800 people back home. It is an ongoing process, and by the end of the day, all the people who are affected will definitely reach home.
Now, when these people arrive in the country, what is the plan of government in terms of maybe keeping them in the camps? How long do we know they will be in the camps, or maybe how much government will spend in keeping these people in the designated camps?
What we have done is that at these designated camps, once these people arrive here, there are some few processes that are going to take place. The first process is they will be screened in terms of the immigration process. From there will be another screening process in terms of health issues. For example, maybe some people are not feeling well, so the DHO in Blantyre as well as in Lilongwe, the officers there will be definitely looking into those kind of issues. And then the social welfare office will also take part in the screening process. After that, and then we have prepared some rooms where these people will sleep while waiting for them to be dispatched home. So they will be given transport money. Say, for example, if somebody is coming from Chitipa, we have arranged transport money. In other words, all the logistical arrangement is just intact.
Now, when these people are back in their homes, does government has any plan for their survival?
The plans that these people had some goods which belong to them. So what we have done is that we have arranged for the transportation of luggage that belong to these affected Malawians. So the luggage will move together with the affected Malawians until the luggage reaches this country. Government is doing all it can in order to make sure that the welfare of our brothers and sisters who were affected by these xenophobic attacks will be handled.
And in news just coming in, our reporter Charles Wahara says Information Minister Kondwani Nankomwa has told reporters in Lilongwe this morning that the number of Malawians wishing to return home from South Africa has now shot to over 3,000 from the original 420. We will be updating you on all developments on this story. This is Zodiac News live from our Lilongwe studios. I'm Sheila Chimpamba. We have more after the break. Welcome back. Before we proceed, another look at our main stories. Over 5 million children get bilharzia immunization. Malawians fleeing xenophobic attacks in South Africa arrived today, Monday. And in international news, mystery disease kills 18 in Nigeria. Let's now move to sports. Sponsors of the top flight TNM Super League say football fans in the country should expect a brilliant season this year based on the hype seen at the launch on Saturday. TNM sponsorship and public relations manager Limbani Sapato told Zodiac that the sponsors will bring surprises to the teams and fans to uplift the game of football.
No, I think it's gone beyond the expectations. Indeed, as you've put it, we've heard of reports from other stadiums that we are hosting TNM Super League matches today. And we also witnessed an exciting kickoff, an exciting game between the 2014 champions, Big Bullets, and Silver Strikers. A very competitive match, an exciting crowd, and I hope that will be the spirit throughout the season. No, as sponsors, TNM always says that it's always innovative, it's always on the lookout for new things to make the league exciting, to make the league grow to bigger heights. We've earlier on pointed out that as a theme for the season, we've got our players, our heroes, our pride as a theme. And with this theme, we would want to advance an agenda whereby we would want to reach out to the team administrators to be able to use the supporters to the maximum, as well as be able to reward them accordingly, according to their hard work.
The league was launched in Lilongwe on Saturday, where defending champions Big Bullets beat Silver Strikers by 2-1. Now we move to international news. A mysterious disease has killed at least 18 people in the past several days in southeastern Nigeria, officials say. The outbreak started in Ode Valley town, Ondo State, and spread rapidly. More in this BBC report.
The mysterious disease, characterized by blurred vision, headache, and loss of consciousness, killed the victims within 24 hours of falling ill. Local health officials and World Health Organization experts are now in town to try to identify the disease. Laboratory tests have so far ruled out Ebola or any other virus. Ondo government spokesperson Kayode Akinmade was quoted as saying by the AFP news agency. He described the illness as mysterious. WHO spokesperson Gregory Hartley told AFP that all those affected started showing symptoms between 13 to 15 April. The unidentified disease appears to be attacking the central nervous system, State Health Commissioner Dayo Adeyanju told Nigeria's Premium Times.
That's all we had in this edition of news. As we go another look around main stories. Over 5 million children get bilharzia immunization. The number of Malawians running away from xenophobia-infested South Africa is now over 3,000. And in international news, mystery disease kills 18 in Nigeria. That's all we had for you now. I'm Sheila Chimpamba wishing you a good morning.